11 improvised this scene in the finale episode of Season 5, and you definitely did not notice it. During the final fight between 11 and Vecna, we know that they were often thrown in different directions because the monster they fight inside is always moving. This effect was made with the actors' acting skills and the cameraman who had to move sharply with the actors to copy the shaking. But did you know that 11's actress did something no one expected? Following the original script, 11 was only supposed to struggle to sit up after losing balance. But something went wrong. Unexpectedly, during the filming process, the actress shouted in pain, which really scared the directors. They immediately asked if she had hurt herself, but 11 actress started laughing and revealed that it was just a part of her acting. She was very happy that she managed to trick everyone and make them believe she was really in pain. Exactly this improvised moment was left in the final version of the show, so be sure to share many red hearts in the comments if you love 11. But she's not the only cast member who loves to have fun on set. You won't believe how funny the actor who plays Vecna is. These are the cutest behind-the-scenes moments of Vecna that will melt your heart. In the final episode when Vecna fights 11, he looks terrifying on screen. But during rehearsals for that scene, the actors simply couldn't stop hugging each other. Another photo shows the Vecna actor wearing a bathrobe and slippers while giving 11 another hug. And that's not all. While filming the scene where Joyce cuts off Vecna's head, the actor had to stay still in one spot for a long time. And while waiting, he kept holding the co-actress's hand before they shot the scene. Even when he was alone on the set, the actor continued to make the filming crew smile by making funny poses for the camera. But there are even more cute moments. In one photo, the actor relaxes on a pine tree while waiting for the next fight scene to start. In another photo, he's posing with Holly. You can spot ropes attached to his waist, which means he took a break during filming to take a picture with Holly. Comment below your thoughts on Vecna's ending in the final episode. But if you felt sad about how he died, you'll change your mind once you see how that scene was actually filmed. These are 3 secrets behind filming Vecna's death scene in the final episode. On screen, we see 11 throw Vecna on a sharp, pointy rock, which cuts through his chest, but behind the scenes will surprise you. The actor who played Vecna had special support ropes attached to the costume and his body, which allowed the stunt crew to lift him high on request. 11's actress had to stay still while holding her hands until the last second, so with the added effects, the stunt looked real on screen. But here's the best part. On screen, the sharp rock cuts through Vecna's chest, but in reality, the tip of the rock was added using special effects, so the actor was actually comfortably lying on top of the flat rock. Additionally, a flat foam was placed behind his back to help him stay balanced. Be sure to send many purple hearts for the actor Jamie who played Vecna all this time. But while in most scenes in Season 5 the actors had to work with their imagination and acting skills, there is one scene that changed the actors' lives completely. When Lucas, Mike, Nancy, and the rest were being chased by the big monster. We see them running and trying to avoid the monster's attacks. But the secret of how this scene was filmed will blow your mind. First, the production team attached cameras to a large Jeep and had the actors run after it as fast as they could. The actors later revealed that their legs got very tired from running back and forth at full speed. But that's not the crazy part. In the scene where the monster's legs hit the ground, the director would shout to signal the actors when to act as if the ground were shaking. The cameraman also had to shake the camera to make the effect feel real. And while many believe that the dust from the monster's legs was created with special effects, in reality there was a pipe on set that blew air into the sand in specific moments and places to make it look like the monster's legs were landing on the ground. So the actors had a chance to react for real to the events and not just act and pretend. Even though the Duffer Brothers use special effects in many scenes, there is one scene where they filmed everything with practical effects, and it will surprise you a lot. These are 3 crazy facts about filming the 11 and Vecna fight scene. During the fight scene between 11 and Vecna, no CGI was used, so to make it seem like the set was shaking, the production team hung over 300 bulbs on the ceiling. The movement of the lights from the bulbs made it look like the entire set was shifting. But that's not all. Whenever the director shouted a command, the actors playing Vecna and 11 would throw themselves to one side of the set. At the same time, the cameraman would shake the camera to make it look like the ground was shaking, and they did something even crazier. When we see 11 and Vecna jumping and flying through the air, the actor playing Vecna performed all the stunts on his own. 11 did some of the rope stunts by herself, and her stunt double took care of the rest. The cutest part is that as soon as the actress playing 11 finished her stunts, she started dancing while hanging on the rope and then gave a hug to the actor playing Vecna. But wait to see even more. This scene in Season 5 became the favorite one for the actors to film, but the reason will shock you. In the scene where Nancy, Mike, Lucas, and the rest of the group were chased by the giant monster, special effects were used to bring the monster to life, but nobody from the actors expected what happened next. Usually for Demogorgon scenes, a stuntman wears a suit and acts out the movements. Later, special effects are used to change the stuntman into a Demogorgon, but everything was different this time. To create the monster, the production team worked with Weta Visual Effects, a company in New Zealand. This company sent to a filming crew a special iPad with a full model of the monster. Whenever the director points the iPad at an empty space on set, the monster in real size appeared on the screen in that exact spot. It gave a chance for the actors to not only visualize but also see for real the monster that was chasing them. The craziest part is that when we see Eleven facing the monster, the actress was just standing in front of a blue screen staring at the pink crosses. The monster was added later using the special iPad. Comment your favorite scene from Season 5 and be sure to watch the next behind-the-scenes detail. To show the scene where the Mind Flayer lives, the Duffer brothers wanted to shoot in a hill location in New Mexico, but they weren't allowed to film there, so they did something no one expected. First, they sent a photographer to take pictures of every spot on the hill. Then they used a drone to fly over the location and capture videos from above. After they scanned all the photos and videos of the hill, they built a set that looked exactly like the location in New Mexico. They filled the space with sand and rocks and covered the walls with blue screens. The craziest part is that on the screen, we see the actors walking endlessly in this location, but in reality, the set wasn't very large. The blue screens made it easy to add special effects, making it look like the place was huge. But besides creating a fake location that looks real, the directors did something else. Did you know that the children trapped in the pain tree were not real? On screen, we see the 12 children being trapped in the pain tree with a long tube connected to their mouths. But did you know that all children here are fake? During the fight scene between Eleven and Vecna, the children were supposed to stay trapped on the pain tree. But the directors couldn't keep the children in that position for too long, so they did something you'll never expect. They created fake dolls that looked exactly like the children. Exactly these dolls were tied to the pain tree during the scene when Eleven and Vecna were fighting. And as soon as the fight ended, the real children were placed back in their spots. The funny fact is that after the scene was shot, all the children posed with their fake dolls, and it's really hard to see the difference between the real and the fake. Although the scenes with the children were emotional, they still had a lot of fun on set with the actress who plays Eleven. These are the funniest behind-the-scenes moments with Eleven from the final episode that you didn't know about. During preparations for the scene where Eleven rescues the children from Vecna and tries to take them to the cave, the actress is seen dancing with the kids and making them laugh. Even after filming, she took a picture with all of them while making a funny face. But wait to see more. Before filming her fight scene with Vecna, Eleven had some fun on set by pretending to fly while sitting on a broom. And when filming the actual fight scene, she was very excited to fly on the ropes that she couldn't stop shouting in happiness. Send many pink hearts if you love Eleven. And also comment which behind-the-scenes secret in this video became your favorite.